Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host, Martin, and this is episode 195, I think. Yeah, 195, I believe so. Does Bitcoin have intrinsic value? Are Ethereum hodlers underwater? And $470.8 million worth of Bitcoin move for $1.50. Now, guys, if you're watching the stream live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Link is in the description, guys. So is a link to the amazing articles that we covered today. Thank you, Bitcoin Jake, for letting me know that someone won today. Awesome. Round 15 lasted about 1 month. Winner for 400,000 Satoshis. And round 16 started today. Current loot, about 200,000 sats. Wow, man, you're picking up steam on that, man. That's pretty cool. That's pretty wild. Never played Minecraft, but it seems like it's picking up for you, man. I'm glad. I'm happy about that. So, let's jump onto that other screen where we do all the magic in this show, right? Anyways, what's happening? What's happening today, right? Does Bitcoin have intrinsic value? I'm just going to show you the article titles. I'm not going to go into the articles in detail. They're kind of BS. Does Bitcoin have intrinsic value, or is it based on thin air? That's from Cointelegraph. The answer is complex. Bitcoin is based on supply and demand, so it's purely driven by speculation for the most part. However, it does have that underlying blockchain technology, which gives it some intrinsic value, but that's as much intrinsic value as it really has. Like I said, the answer is complex. You understand how that works. Intrinsic value means it's backed by something like reserves or something, right? Something physical that gives it something, or some kind of software that gives it something. That's the only thing that Bitcoin has going on. Its value mainly is based on supply and demand, and it basically is worth whatever someone says it's worth, or someone's willing to buy it at, and someone's willing to sell it at. That's how it is being worked for the price of Bitcoin. Yes, even though it's not backed by a government. Like, it's not a government-controlled fiat, like Bitcoin Jake pointed out. It's a little bit more complex than that, right? Anyways, for some reason my music got stuck here. I want to play something different, and it got... Yeah, there we go. Anyways, that's it for this article. It's from Cointelegraph again. A bit of BS. Another one shows data that shows that most Ethereum hodlers are underwater. They should come to this show so they're not underwater. I believe most of our viewers are being safe and not underwater. So, cheers, guys. Oh, man. Whiskey's nice, man. I haven't had a good sip of whiskey in a while, man. That one felt like amazing. Anyways, that's it for this article. I'm not going to go into detail. Links in the description, guys, if you want to look at it. Again, it really is not adding a lot of value. It does talk about someone else's technical stuff. Just people have not been taking proper positions, or a lot of people got in at all-time highs and are probably hodling still through losses, and that's probably why a lot of people are still underwater. Anyways, Binance just moved $470.8 million worth of Bitcoin for a tiny fee. The tiny fee is $1.50. That's it. Now, is it good? Is it bad? Well, being that it moved so much money for that little amount, it is good. What I'll tell you, though, and I don't want to sound like I'm going against XRP, because I'm not. I know XRP has very, very small fees. It's like 2 drops or something. But if you're moving $470.8 million, and the fee that you're paying it's $1.50 or a fraction of a cent, does it really matter to you that much? I mean, right now, we're not in a position where that is critical, right? What is critical is that we get people into cryptocurrency, that people stop using fiat, that more people come into digital assets. Once that happens, then yes, the fact that you can do it faster and cheaper, it will come into play. But right now, to move $470.8 million for $1.50, you're paying peanuts compared to what you used to pay. So paying $1.50 or paying like a fraction of a cent, for a guy who moves that much money, is not going to matter that much, right? For smaller users, it will. And like I said, later on, speed of transactions and cost would certainly be another driving factor. But right now, what we want in cryptocurrency is to bring more people in. So this is good enough for a lot of people, right? $1.50 is nothing compared to what banks used to charge. I used to send money from here to my US account, and I used to get charged 15 cents by the receiving bank, which was, sorry, $15 by the receiving bank, which was a lot. So if I could have lowered that to $1.50, man, I would pay one, like, what would it be, 10% of what I used to pay. I would be happy with that, right? And yeah, if I would have paid a fraction of a cent, I would still be happy. But lowering it by like 90%, it's still a lot. So, you know, does it really matter? Right now, we're not at a point where that matters that much, even though it is a selling point by the people that do like XRP. Like myself, it is a selling point that it is cheaper than the other ones and faster, yes. But like I said, right now, like how many people in the world are really using cryptocurrency? Not that many. So we need to get more people into crypto. Now, stuff has been happening on Twitter. I've been posting more this last couple days, not because of quarantine, not because I'm here. It's just that a lot more stuff has been happening in the world, and I have been able to talk about more stuff on Twitter. One of the tweets I posted was to United Airlines, because they are kind of holding Congress hostage by saying that, you know, either the Congress like helps them out or they're gonna fire a lot of people. Why don't they fire the CEOs or the board, or the board of directors, or whoever management decided that they should buy back shares, right? Because they're going to bail them out, and they're going to be buying more shares back, and they should instead go and sell those shares they're holding, even though they're losing money, but they can capitalize themselves with that. But instead they want Big Brother to come and save them, because, oh, poor us, right? Well, the people also need saving, not just the companies. Bad decisions from the companies should not be rewarded by government bailouts. They should be punished, or at least ignored, and people should be ones that are taken afloat. Anyways, let's move on to technicals. Give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna jump onto the technicals real quick. I already played the technicals intro because I'm not gonna go too much into detail into the news today. Like I said, what's happening with market cap? Oh man, that is good. Yesterday, we lost market cap 0.57% from an opening of 170.96 billion, closing at 169.76 billion, a $966 million move to downside. So not a lot. Today, from an opening of 169.94, sitting at 171.67, a $1.91 billion move to the upside, so 1.12% up. That's a little bit better money flowing in. That is good. Price of Bitcoin is up a little bit, but not too much. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 66.77%. Now, what's happening there? Yesterday, Bitcoin gained dominance. 0.81%. Today, it's losing dominance, 0.17%. And Bitcoin sitting at $6,258, $53.46. A 0.76% increase, or $48.05, right? Where are we at? We're still in this area, right? We managed to get out briefly. I rejected back. We almost run this channel from 5,692 to 7,075. It was a good swing yesterday, although we ended up with a spinning top. Today would be a deciding day as to where this could go. I'm going to go into another chart that we talked about yesterday, and I'm going to show you stuff there. This other chart that I have is going to be a bit of a better indicator as to what is happening in the market. Our run-up hit that 20 simple moving average and rejected. We almost also hit the 50% retrace, and we rejected. We rejected so hard that we even fell below the 382, right at 6,394, and we even came below 6,240, which was our resistance, right? We were talking about that yesterday. We were ranging. We were within this area, right, between the 382 and the top part of the upsloping triangle. Today we're doing the same thing. We came down, touched it as support, and we're confirming this top part as resistance still. Let's wait and see what the day brings. It is the weekend, so it might be slow. Usually weekends sometimes tend to be slow, at least until Sunday night when Asia comes in, and then a lot of crazy stuff begins to happen in the market. Now, let's play something else for you guys. What is this stuff that we're looking at? There we go. Awesome. So that's it for this. I'm gonna go on to the other chart and look at the 4-hour. Then I'll come back to this chart and look at the 4-hour as well. I did go live. I didn't go live. I went on Twitter today and posted charts for you guys to follow. I don't have it on this chart. I have it in the other chart where I was posting, and I was posting divergence, but mainly on the 1-hour. On the 4-hour, we also had something. I had it here. I'll go to the other chart to show you, right? But I'll show you something here in a second. In the larger chart, right, we were calling for this bearish divergence. We had it here. It did play out. I told you guys we're probably going to try to rally again to a higher high, and we're still not going to be able to get higher than this point over here at 7,999, and we're going to still have this hidden bearish, and voila, we did had it. What I called out was a breakout from this upsloping triangle and actually getting above the 382 and heading for that 50%. I think that's where I tweeted at in the morning. Maybe it was somewhere in that area. We were falling back. I can't remember. But I did bring attention to that point. Sitting neutral right now on the other side, 58.28. Now on the other chart, right, what's happening on the blue ranges that we have? What do? We run the range, right? We went from the bottom at yesterday, 6 in the morning, all the way up to the top. We broke out, but we managed to close still within this blue area. We failed to break outside of it, and we fell back down. We did manage to break below the 20 simple moving average, but we did not close below it. We closed above it still, and that's the reason we're not going farther down right now. Now, that's it for this on the 4-hour chart, sitting neutral on the other side, like I said, at 58.53. And, yeah, still above that 20. Let's see if we can keep on holding that, right? Let's go to the 1-hour chart. This is something I tweeted out in the morning. It's going to be in orange or a different kind of color. Why? I tweeted it on yellow because I was talking about it on Twitter. But we did manage to go from a high to a higher high, losing that positive momentum. I said we could still run, right? I said, look, we're doing a down sloping consolidation. It is very likely that we can try and run again, and we'll see where it goes from there. We did manage to run up. We created that bearish divergence, strong bearish divergence, and we broke down from that, right? Now here I do have that on this other chart. I do have this flag, right? This falling wedge that we were creating as we were tightening, and we did manage to break up. We also had this, right? We had this hidden bullish that I was talking about. And right after we talked about it at 10 p.m., that was yesterday during the stream, we managed to break out, and then we impulsed up, right? And that's good. That is good stuff happening there. I'm not concerned about this. We're kind of... now, see, that's the orange line. I did post it orange stuff on other charts. And that's where you're going to be able to see it later on. But not on Bitcoin, right? So I didn't post it on this chart, that movement. Again, I do have different charts. I do different stuff. I look at different things. Congruency for one. But then if this one's too cluttered, I look at the other one to get a clearer picture, right? I haven't posted on Twitter, then I'm here. I should do that, right? There we go. If you're on Twitter and you want to chill with us, come and watch the stream. Tell your Twitter friends to join us. Awesome. So what else is happening, guys? Boom. Let's see. Again, divergence, we're breaking down, and we're below that 20 simple moving average on the 1 hour. We're rejected here. We're rejected here. Let's see if we can get above that, right? Nothing else happening so far. This already played out here. If we try to rally again, which we could have tried to rally again, we probably were not going to make it this high with more positive momentum. Let's wait and see how it keeps on developing here. What I'm concerned is that we fall back down again, right? That's something I don't want to see. What I'm worried also is that we're probably creating what looks a little bit like a head and shoulders pattern. 62963. It is like $100. It is still within a certain percentage that would be critical. And what I'm looking at, I'll probably put it on another chart where I don't have so much clutter. This one's good, right? What I'm looking at when I said a possible head and shoulders, I mean, it's not confirmed yet. But what I'm looking for is this, right? That's something that would worry me. This could potentially mean price action to the downside. Should we break the neckline? Or we can still go a little bit higher, right? We still are within, like I said, this would be 6,359. And this would be 6,233. So almost about $100, right? That would be the neckline. I will not take it from the top of the wick. I'll take it from the opening or closing of these candles all the way to the bottom. If I go here, it might be slightly lower still, so I'll take it from this one. It's a larger point, and if we manage to break below, we could be targeting 5,057. That's something I don't want to see happening. I do hope that we, at least if we come to this neckline, we bounce from it, but it is a possibility. Now, I'm going to look at another chart and see if we have some support around that area. I do believe if we were trying to move below that, no, we could, man. We could. It would be legit. A move from here to here would certainly get us around that 5,050, I think I said. But if this was to be the neckline, right, so from here to here, and again, we take that measure move from here to here. Whenever we break, we'll be targeting prices below the 236 at 5,419. So again, we could potentially be targeting this lows again. We don't want to do that. If we do, we could potentially be looking to even lower prices. And if we get lower prices still, we're probably going to be looking for that divergence on the daily, right? Where we go from here to a lower low, right? But with less negative momentum, and then we go from there. Right now we're making positive momentum, which is good. Not the strongest one, but we're still making positive momentum. We're still getting that cross, so watch out for large bars. Usually when we get crosses, we get large bars, right? So let's see if we can get one of those large bars coming in. If we do, we could be looking to 50% again, and maybe closing up here. But again, yet to be determined, right? Let's go on to Ethereum. Again, guys, I hope you're having an awesome Friday night. Staying safe. There we go. What's happening with Ethereum dominance? Yesterday, it lost dominance. 1.81%. Today, it's losing a little bit more. 0.61%. Ethereum at $134.26, man. It's so low, man. Can you believe that? It's practically free. I'm kidding. It's not free, man. Again, zero, right? We're almost retraced all the way 100% to our previous low back here, which would have been pre-June, right? We were talking about like December. I'm not fibbing that right now. I'm looking short term. Again, we failed to stay above the 236. We managed to get above it slightly, but today we broke below it. Yes, so yesterday we broke below it, and right now we're trying to run up, but we're failing, man. It's not good. We're still in this range of 159 and 121, which is one of the ranges that I talked about to, I think it was Crypto Pepe Silva who asked, and I told him we could range in that area, and we are in that range. Anyways, that's it for Ethereum on the daily. Nothing else happening, less negative momentum. Sold on the RSI at 37.34. Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour. We don't have anything going on, right? We ran up, and then we talked about that yesterday. And then we dropped because the market dropped, and we created divergence on the 1 hour. That's what we dropped. Sitting neutral right now on the RSI at 54.29. That's it. I'm going to go on to the 1 hour chart. See, I told you I had orange stuff. I knew I charted stuff today. I thought I had Bitcoin in orange, but no, I did it in yellow because I posted it on Twitter. Again, if you guys want to engage with me outside of the stream, you can do it on Twitter. I'm live there. I'll post the Twitter out right now. There he goes on the stream. So you guys can come in and chat with me there. Get rid of that. There we go. Awesome. So what do we have here? Oh, man, what did I do? I hid stuff. I don't want to hide stuff. There we go. I hid by accident. I don't know what shift I did, but I ended up hiding stuff. There we go. Again, I'm just going to set this to yellow again real quick, guys. Like I said, I had that divergence, right? Going from a high price to a higher price with less negative, with less positive momentum, and lower on that RSI, right? So we posted that earlier today. And we broke down from that, right? Go back down again. Not as good as Bitcoin when lower again, but, you know, struggling with that 236, right? We have not been able to get above that 136. We wicked above it, but not able to hold it. We didn't even touch the 20 when we rejected, which is weak. Sitting neutral on the RSI, and it's not loading at 47.70. Now, what else is happening with Ethereum? I believe that's it, man. Let me look for something else. What is up with Ethereum. That's it, man. I'm not worried about head and shoulders. We have a little bit more. 134, 140. Yes, I mean, we are still within that range, right? Where we could still have that head and shoulders coming. I'm not afraid to play on Bitcoin, though, because it's much closer in percentage-wise in Bitcoin than it is on Ethereum. Now, I'm going to move on to XRP on the daily, guys. If you guys have any questions, you can put them on the chat. You can request whatever you want. We'll look at silver, we'll look at gold, and we'll look at Dow, right? What is going on with the market cap for XRP? Yesterday lost dominance, 4.55%. Today is gaining very little, 0.55, sitting at 4.07% of market cap. The price of XRP is sitting at a mighty 15 cents, 15.833 cents. Yesterday, red day, losing 5.09% value. Today, gaining 1.07, but not a lot. Again, we talked about this happening, right? We're still within this area. I don't want to come back here because if we do, we're looking to that 10 cent area, 13 cents, 10 cents, and below that we have 5 cents. So we don't want to go down, man. Pause that negative momentum's dying out, sitting sold on the RSI at 37.46. Nothing else happening on the daily, unfortunately. So let's go to the 4 hours. On the 4 hours, we don't have anything high. What is this? 298, 295. Whoa, snap, we do. I didn't have it on the other ones, and I hadn't measured it on XRP. It's not too noticeable. But we certainly are going to a higher high. And would you look at that? Would you look at that? This is slightly lower, right? This, like I said, was 298. This is 295. Very, very lightly lower. So we're creating strong bearish divergence. Price action to the downside. We've managed to hold a 20. One second, guys. Sneezed. And I'm back. I believe. Yeah, I'm back. I bet Spotify's... Spotify didn't break in. Awesome. So again, we do have that going on. 64.80, 64.93. We're going slightly higher here. So I'm not going to call it on the RSI, but we do have it on the MACD. Slight bearish divergence, strong bearish divergence, but it's just very slight. Price action to the downside, like I said, holding 20. Contraction slightly open on the Bollinger Band, starting to contract a little bit more. Still within this yellow zone of support resistance. Now let's go to the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour. And the chart is going weird. There we go. We have divergence, right? That strong bearish still. So we're dealing with that, right? That meant price action to the downside. We still haven't created bullish. We're trying to hold, right? So low, lower low, negative momentum, more negative momentum, high on the other side, lower on the other side. That's from the previous island. So again, like I said, no bullish divergence coming in. We almost bounced off this top part of this larger triangle structure that we had. That is good. Now, again, we don't quite have that head and shoulders, right? This will be 16.9. This is 15.8. I mean, Jesus. Do we have it? It's not as obvious. We have to be within like a 4 to 6% range. Maybe we are within a 6% range. I would have to calculate it manually, probably. We're almost at 17 cents here, so it's obviously more than 1 cent. So 15 cents would be 10%, like 1.5 cents would be 10%, right? So we could be, I'm not saying we are, but we could be close to that range where we could be a valid head and shoulders. I'm not going to call that here. It looks a little bit more head and shoulders on Bitcoin. So I'm going to go with that. Now, like I said, doesn't get a momentum. Neutral on the RSI at 47.07. Again, strong bearish divergence breaking us down. That was earlier today at 4 a.m. I think when I posted this, we were like here at 9:10 p.m., 9:10 a.m., and you could still save face if you get out here and save a little bit of that drop still, right? Anyways, let's go on to Litecoin. Again, not much happening. The market is all following Bitcoin. That's it. What is happening with the Litecoin again? Yesterday it lost dominance. I can't tell because it's not loading. There we go, 1.43%. Today we're gaining 1.72%. Today we're gaining 0.27%, sitting at 1.45% market cap. Litecoin sitting at $38.58. Is it on sale? Yes, it's on sale. You can buy it. You can buy it. Look, December prices are down here at like 22. We're not as close, but we're certainly in a good range. Hello, lower low, more negative momentum, lower on the RSI. Again, that's it. Nothing happening. It's sitting sold at 37.74 on the RSI. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, what is happening? Is it loaded? Yes, it has. Do we have that? No, here we don't have that divergence, right? High, higher, high. Positive into more positive into high on the RSI, higher on the RSI. Sitting neutral though at 54.53. Nothing happening here. We managed to hold a 20, and that's about it. The 20 simple moving average. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. Where's that 1-hour chart, man? We do have that same divergence that we had all over the place. I just didn't chart it here because I didn't feel like it. Maybe I charted it in another Litecoin chart, but it was happening all over the market. So, and look, to be honest, Litecoin is not one of the coins that I'm really excited to get into right now. And that's probably why I didn't chart it here, right? Or Binance, because I'm not really looking to get into those on the day when I'm here. I'm just looking at what I do want to get into right now, and that's where I chart. So these ones I'm not too worried about, unless I see like a huge spike, then I would come in and check. But it's not one of those coins that I'm willing to put money in right now. What's happening on the 1 hour? Going lower again, below that 20. That's fine. Here we can see we rejected, and then we got that red large bar, right? We also get that cross off the MACD under the signal line. So lower low, more negative momentum, lower in the RSI, neutral, like I said, at 47.76. That's it for this. I'm gonna move on to the Binance. This is looking a little bit more like a head and shoulders, right? A little bit more like Bitcoin did and Ethereum. I mean, if I look at fibs, sorry guys, I'll go back to Litecoin real quick. If I look at fibs and I have them out on, I think one of the charts, I can't remember. No, I don't have fibs. I thought I had fibs for Litecoin, but I don't. Mainly because, like I said, it's not one of those coins that I'm super heavily invested in. Binance, what is happening with Binance? Binance yesterday on dominance. Let's see, on the daily, man. Load it. Load it. Do it. We rejected 20. Not good. We lost dominance 2.53%. They were gaining 0.28. Again, sitting at 1.09% market cap. Price of Binance at $12.06. Not much happening. It's more or less where we're at. We're at $10. We had a good gain. Yesterday, again, run up. Rejected. That's fine. Sold on the RSI at 38.38. That is that. Nothing else happening here. Let's go to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, we're going higher. I think we're higher here still. 339, 319. So, of course, we're going slightly higher, more positive momentum, higher on the RSI. Sitting neutral right now at 57.09. Nothing else happening. So, let's go to the 1 hour. We just held at 20, and that's it. No, on the 1 hour, and just like a snapshot off the rest of the market, going from a high to a higher high, positive momentum to less positive momentum, and from a high on the RSI to a lower point on the RSI. That's it. That's all that is happening, guys. That is that bearish divergence, strong, breaking us down. Neutral on the other side, though, at 49.81. This is going to dance to Bitcoin's tune. Man, we just covered everything, usually, that we do in like 32 minutes. Wow, that's probably a record for this channel, going that quick. Let's go to look at gold. Silver first. Or gold. Let's look at gold. What is happening with gold? Man, are we in the fibs? Yes, we're in the fibs. Where are we in the fibs, though? That is the question. We'll look at it on the daily. Gold, you don't want to look at it on the 1 hour chart. It has too much history for you to look at just that one chart, right? So from a more immediate low back here on 2019 to a previous new high, we have gone under the 50%. We retraced a little bit. So again, we're probably on that area. We could start retracing. We had a nice green day today. That is fine. I'm really not worried about anything of this on gold. Do we have divergence? Maybe in the shorter time scales, maybe in the 4 hours we have something here that we can anchor it to. Right here. Price is more or less the same at this level, right? It will be a straight line away from negative momentum to positive momentum, again creating that strong bullish divergence, and not strong but medium bullish divergence, where we could probably anchor for price action to the upside. And that's all that's happening. On the other side would be the same, right? That's it for gold. I'm still waiting for this. We did have this divergence. We talked about it. I can't remember if it was on the 6th or the 7th or the 9th. Sorry. We talked about gold going down. So if you guys weren't here for that stream and you had gold, then you should have been here. Again, what was happening here shorter term? We also called that divergence, right? Price action to downside. Lo and behold, silver. Boom, man. It's starting to hook a little bit, which could be a recovery coming in. I'm not sure yet. Again, silver price should be around $14 to $15 range. That's where it was sitting for most of for a while, right? On 2018, right? $16 and then $14. So we have dipped quite a bit below, and I would be hoping this gets back onto this range. It's good for the mining industry. Silver prices that low are not good for a lot of mines that produce material with high silver content. And without mining, you don't have cell phones, you don't have cars, you don't have a lot of stuff that you have today. So mining is very crucial, almost as crucial as food. If you stop mining, a lot of technology stops happening. Again, oversold. So we're going to come back to this neutral area, right? Which could potentially get us back onto this range. Oversold at 21.92. Then gold should potentially also be oversold. I'm not sure. I can't remember if we didn't look at it. But no, it's sitting sold. And I really don't care. At 36.34, it's just sold. I'm going to go look at the Dow. Yesterday, I do believe it closed negative. Yeah, it lost 113 points, man. Here we're calling divergence. We didn't manage to get it. Now, here, shorter term, though. Why is it telling me the Dow lost 913 points? It's showing positive here. That's awkward. That is awkward, man. Up here on the side it says lost 913. Over here I get... Where is it? It's it. Oh, okay, cool. It's a doji down here, man. I couldn't see it. So, I guess today it's down here. Yeah, it's cool. I guess 29.30. All right, something I'm looking at real quick though. Right, from here to here. Hope depending on what happens on the weekend with coronavirus, we could get a potential bounce. Right, low, lower, low. On the other side, we're going from 29.31, so oversold, to sold at 30.10. Again, it's not a huge difference, but it is creating that strong bullish divergence that we could get a bounce from. That's it for the Dow. Let's look at the US 30. The dirty 30, man. Yeah, this one's showing that movement to the downside, right? I think when we anchored this yesterday, we said we could get a potential bounce. I was looking for this, right? Divergence from here to here. Running from down here to here. Again, potential, looking for that bounce to come in. Brent. Let's look at oil. Wow, it's not loading. There we go, Brent. Here it is. I'm not sure if this is going to be the one I want to look at. I'm just looking for oil. There we go. I'm also looking for a bounce in oil, right? Because it's too low. The price per barrel. It has tanked. Look at this. Look at this shit, man. High, lower high. Positive momentum. Much more positive momentum. Hidden bearish. Breaking down. Oil going down, right? That's when it got critical on February 20th. And then from then on, it just went nuclear to the downside, right? Now, shorter term. I'm looking for a bounce, right, on oil. So what's happening? Low, lower low. Negative momentum. Less negative momentum. Even from back here, we could anchor, right? For the RSI. That's what I'm gonna do, right? Low, lower low for the RSI. Negative momentum, less negative momentum. Giving that bounce on oil, right? Waiting for this to happen. Strong bullish divergence on 2 oscillators on different times. That's probably why we're rounding off here. And this is going to depend on a lot of what happens international. Right, that's it. That's going to be it for tonight, guys. Again, if you like what we do, you know what to do. I'm not sure how many people are watching. Chat is quite silent, so not a lot of people tuned in. I believe that's going to be it for tonight. Guys, if you like what we do, you know what to do. Hit that like, that bell, that sub to be notified when we go live. This is A Set of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. It has been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight on an awesome Friday night. I wish I could say go out and enjoy something, but stay home, stay safe. You know, you guys are smart. Stay indoors. Don't get like the COVID-19. It would suck. I'm staying in. I'm having a whiskey, and yeah, I'm enjoying myself. So, thank you guys for watching again. Wish you the best for tonight, for the weekend. I'll be here tomorrow, regular time. I hope. I'm not sure whether or not I might have a friend over. I'm not sure whether or not that's gonna still be possible or not. But guys, wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe. Talk about crypto to your family, to your friends, to your coworkers. Let them know that we're here. This is Still Crypto. I'll catch you tomorrow, guys, for another edition. Until then, stay cool.